Magician Alpha. Before we get into this, it is very important for me to put this out there. This review is unbiased and unsponsored, meaning that I went out and I purchased this with my money. They did give me a discount, which is the same discount you could get right now for Black Friday, so I guess it's not that much of a discount, but we're not here for that. I'm not going to complain because I had the time of my life. Now, keep in mind that when you watch this video, there are going to be parts that might make some people a little queasy. It might be hard to watch. If you want to laugh at me, that is totally fine. There's timestamps down below to where you'll be able to select each segment, whether you want to know about the specs, the stats, or me breaking my ribs. Other than that, this is the bike. Are you ready to go? Let's get it.
Welcome back, Hazers! Today we're checking out something on the wild side of the e-bike world. This is the Magician Alpha. This is built around a Bafang 72-volt in-runner powerhouse that peaks at 5,000 watts, with 3,000 watts nominal and up to 200 newton meters of torque. Magician partnered with Bafang on the entire system. The controller, display, the motor, everything speaks the same language. You even get access to their app so you can fine-tune the performance. They claim a top speed of 50 miles an hour. Up front, you've got a suspension fork with preload and adjustment, and in the rear, there's a D&M 38RC 50mm air shock, so it's handling some real bumps with confidence. Then you've got quad piston star union hydraulic disc brakes with 203mm rotors. Battery life is also a huge part of the story. You don't get one 72-volt battery, you actually get two. A 1,440 watt-hour up front, and then another 720 watt-hour in the rear, for a combined 2,160 watt-hours. They give you two interchangeable 3-amp chargers, and you can expect up to 80 miles of range on pedal assist 1. The bike itself weighs around 135 pounds with both batteries installed, and can handle riders and cargo up to 450 pounds. If you want a bike that goes beyond commuting, a bike that feels like a powerhouse first, the Magician Alpha absolutely lands in that category. Alright, enough talking about the specs. Jay's already out there pushing this thing to the limit, and maybe a little bit past it. Let's join him and see how that went. The following video contains real crash footage that some viewers may find unsettling. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, this is gonna be. Is that the brakes or the spokes? Let's see. All the spokes are tight, right? So I wanted to check to see, because I hear that noise. This one spoke looks to be a little bit bent, but you are hearing some of those spokes rubbing together. That's what that noise is. It's not the brakes. The brakes sound good. Oh, I'm kind of pumped up for this. You hear those? We hear lots of noise all over the place. But you know what? I'm that guy. We're going to try this out. We're going to one of the reasons why you shouldn't have spoked tires on a bike that goes 60, but you know me, I'm going to do it anyway. So we're going to give this a shot. The first thing we're going to talk about is the comfort. Because when you look at this bike, it's very tall, it's very large. Is it comfortable? Well, you have your BMX style handlebars, which are interesting to see on an e-bike, especially of this size and this caliber, because it almost doesn't fit, but it makes it comfortable. Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't look natural in an e-bike sense. It looks like an extra large BMX bike. So it being able to be moved forward, bring it closer to your body, you're able to do so. But what you're gonna notice is when you first sit on this bike is the seat, right? The seat is not comfortable, albeit it is a high-end seat. I get it, it's a nice seat, but it doesn't feel good. It feels very stiff. I do want to talk a little bit about the branding. We have Alpha right here. That looks nice. It looks good. It kind of reminds you of this is the beast that you're on. The branding on the side doesn't really line up. It's more towards the bottom. It should have been more centered. I mean, that's just a mere aesthetic thing. I wish you could just remove it, but it doesn't look bad. So the frame itself looks good. It looks rigid. Now, what's interesting is on the neck where the seat post goes in, it says it's a class 2. You're able to set this up to a class 1, class 2, class 3. You could do it out of United States. That CA is for Canada, I believe, not for California. And you could do that, and you can fine-tune each one of the pedal assists in each one of those levels. Or you could just set it up in infinity mode. Now, this is important, that this button right here, located by my thumb, if I'm just pedaling, it just does nothing. If I hit the throttle, it does nothing. Once you hit this button, you activate crackhead mode. What that is I'm gonna give you everything that you have right now. So off the jump, you have a couple options, right? Your pedal assist 1 is an off. Pedal assist 2 is climb. That's more of a slow, gradual, exactly what that sounds. Stealth I don't really notice a difference between the climb and the stealth. You have the eco, which it kind of picks up from there. You have the trail, that's one step above the eco, and then you have the boost, which is what we're gonna do to test out that full power of that Bafang 3000 watt, 5,000 watt, or 5 kilowatt peak. You ready? Let's go. Top speed. I can't even get to the top speed. I don't have enough of road. Nope. Okay, so we know that this thing can move. And we absolutely cannot test the top speed because we do not have enough of street. So what that means is we're gonna have to take this. I do not like those brakes. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like those brakes. They don't stop enough for the type of speed and weight that we have. So we're gonna test this again right here. This is, I think, 35 speed limit. 45, I'm not sure, 45, I think, 40. It might be 50 here. 45, yeah, 45, 40. Got a little bit of a wobble on that front. See that? Oh, okay, that's kind of it. That's the max that we're gonna get. So here's the deal. I don't know if you saw that on that front. Now, we don't have it at the lower speeds here, but we do absolutely have that. Whew. Now, we absolutely have that. Okay, this boost, you can't forget pedaling on boost. This is just weird because it's like every time you push, it acts like that throttle, whether that is on or off. I'm not even sure we hit the top speeds there. I got tears coming down my face. We're gonna have to try that one more time on more of a highway type speed. I can tell you what I do not feel confident with is that front wheel does have, it almost looks like it's unbalanced, like the air in the tube is pinched, which is not a good idea to ride a bike that way. But, you know, it looks straight now, it looks flawless. I guess now would be the time to test that. It says no death wobble. Let's see. I don't know about that no death wobble. Here we go, look. Yeah, they say that on their website, no death wobble, but clearly there is definitely a death wobble, and that's not really something I would promote, no death wobble, because what do you mean? Do you mean the rear tire? Do you mean the front tire? What are you talking about? Because the problem that we have with this death wobble is because of that battery we have on the back, right? Physics says you don't want to put weight high. You look at a majority of motorcycle, where's all the weight? Low center of gravity, it's down here. Now obviously, well, they do have room to put a larger, but they could almost get away with putting that battery right here. It would look funny, but you would get rid of that wobble problem you see because you have all that high set weight in the back, that battery. And you know what? You could probably ride this without that battery. You're not gonna get the range that they're saying you're gonna get, which keep in mind, they talk about pedal assist 1, 80-mile range. You know, that's good. That's good, but you have to weigh each one of your trips and say, do I want to worry about that death wobble? Okay, All right, so we did this. Oh, fucking bee right in the face, you motherfucker. So I keep asking myself, what exactly is magician on this bike? Because we know that the controller is Bafang. Display, motor, Bafang. Everything on this bike is Bafang, except for obviously the battery. So a lot of that is a different company entirely. Is Magician just like a back-end company for Bafang because Bafang wants to get into it? Because as of right now, there's only one 72-volt e-bike competitor to this. One. So did Bafang see an opportunity? So when I was stopping at that stop sign, I wasn't the biggest fan of how it stopped. I just didn't feel like it had enough. Now the bike does have significant amount of weight, 135 pounds. Without the batteries, it's 101. I don't know why that's super important. I guess if you wanted to ride this bike with no batteries, but it does have a little bit of weight to it. And that's to be expected, especially for what this thing can do. I was expecting it to be like Tektro or kind of a higher end brand, but it's not. It's Star Union. Now that's not necessarily a problem, but what I find a problem is how much I have to white knuckle this to actually stop this at 30 miles per hour. So now it doesn't stop on the dime, but what you have is you have a lot of force, right? You have a lot of force working against you. You're gonna have to kind of brace it with your hands because a lot of weight and you're gonna be going fast. Now 30 miles per hour, that's not terrible, but I would expect some type of, not that. You know, right there, so that was 20 miles per hour and I'm white knuckling it. So I'm giving it everything that it has. And if we start going faster, well, that's where things get a little bit sketchy and almost makes you feel, the bike is nimble, it almost makes you feel like, okay, can we stop? Here we go. So this is 35 miles per hour. So if you're gonna try to avoid an accident, this, I'm not saying, listen, you get in this bike and you're going these speeds, I am not saying do that on the road. I'm saying do that, you're gonna do it anyway. All I'm saying is that 203 millimeter discs, I'd expect better stopping than this. Now that's me putting a lot of my weight in the back, and if there's someone that pulled out in front of me, I'm not gonna be able to stop in time, right? You just don't expect motorcycle braking. But at these speeds, which is kind of like motorcycle speeds, you would expect somewhat a better braking. They're not bad, but they're also not fantastic. I just want to be clear, that's not me complaining about the brakes, I just feel like they could be a little bit better. Now I feel like where the company did deliver is on the suspension. We have 120 millimeters in the front with preload and lockout, and you have 50 millimeters on the rear that's adjustable air suspension up to 275 pounds. Now that's massive, like that's a huge upgrade. Again, the suspension is not super expensive, but I have 150 pounds in there and I'm 250 pounds and I feel like it's just stiff enough. So let me just show you that front suspension when stopping to give you the idea of that 120 millimeter throw. Now that's just front, see, so I would have liked to have seen, back to the braking, a little bit more of stopping power there. Didn't get that, and that's where all your stopping power is at, is in the front. So you do need that back brake to really get this bike to seize up and totally stop where it's going. So, yeah, back to the speeds. We're gonna try this again, how fast we could go. 45, it's pretty fast. I don't know if we're actually getting 48 miles per hour, but that's what it's showing. I know we just showed the speed again. I just really wanted to see how much we could cap this out at. We're gonna go off a little bit of off-road, perfect time to check out that suspension. Where does that go? Let's just make sure that says no, it doesn't say no trespassing. I don't see any no trespassing signs. Do you? No. So you guys ever see, like in the movies where they talk about the Everglades and people throwing dead bodies? I'm not gonna show you one, this isn't Stand By Me, but that being said, this is kind of a road, but I just want you to listen to the silence out here. Oh. Okay, that's quiet. Okay, here we go. So now we're gonna talk about the tires. Important, right? Because you're gonna go 50 miles or whatever I just did on the road. I feel like these are not the proper tires for that type of riding. Let me tell you why. First off, they're knobbies. Anybody that's ever ridden a dirt bike, an enduro, something that goes on and off road, will tell you straight up that you want something that has a little bit more tread on this. This has no tread, it's just knobbies, which I feel like right now what I'm doing, that's what it's designed for. So this is on Innova, not Magician, but I don't know if I would say that these tires are rated for 62 miles per hour, because how did you rate that? Did you rate that with somebody, you know, 150 pounds, 200 pounds, just the weight of the bike? You know, because I know that there's standards for car tires and motorcycle tires, but for these tires, there's no standard, so we just have to take their word for it. And based off the thread or the tread pattern on this and the knobbies, I would say that these are not designed to go 60 miles per hour. So I would not recommend you to get this bike and try to go on road at 60. I mean, it's not even, honestly, it's not even legal where it's at that point. I don't like the way that these brakes sound. I honestly have no idea where I am right now. So I'm just going to really test the range of what this bike could do and see. Throwing that camera around, boy, woo! My front camera's not holding up too well. I'm beating the hell out of this thing, so we're gonna have to change that. You hear those spokes, right? You hear that? That makes me nervous, especially makes me nervous going fast. Let's just go like that. Let's try that there. So there's less weight on it. I don't even know where I am anymore. Yeah, off-road. My goodness. Woo! Well, we don't. That's the headlight, and you saw my handlebars move. So as you saw there, we kind of lost the handlebars, got a little loose, lost the headlights. And my whole front end is just making all types of weird noises, right? Anytime I hit those front brakes, I don't have a lot of faith in what's going on with those spokes right now. So I'm not entirely sure as to what the issue is. Could it have got damaged a little bit inside of shipping? Absolutely. You know, these are all things that could have happened. So I don't want to hold that against Magician. Oh shit. I lost my camera. This is what happens when you go off-road, right? Usually I do not beat these bikes up the way that I'm doing it right now. But I'm doing things with this bike that I would not normally do. Oh, it looks like it just kind of unthreaded, so it's not that big of a deal. But I am doing things with this bike to test it, whether or not it can do all of the things that it says it's ready to do. The problem I'm having with this bike is, honestly, I'm saying to myself, who is this bike designed for? Oh, there's the handlebars. God, dog. Yep, and I did those tight as shit. Now, the reason why I bought this bike is I had originally reached out to the company and said, hey, man, I'm interested to do a review because I saw all the drama surrounding it where people were talking about it's a fake company, it's the dude from eSales. It's not the dude from eSales, man. It's not. Just stop. People just searching for drama and just making things up to try to get clicks. Hey, listen. I'm all for that, man. You got to do what you got to do to blow up your channel, but at least do a little bit of research. And what I've came up with after purchasing this, now keep in mind, when I purchased it. Let me just pause real quick and say something. Now, in the manual, they say to tighten with an M6. I hand tighten with an M6. I also used a DeWalt digital torque wrench and put that down to about 18 pounds. It still was not adequate enough. So just keep in mind, if you are gonna take this off-road, make sure that you use an impact and be very careful about how much power you put into that and use extra thread lock. Now let's just get back to the crash. Peace. Shit! Stiff! Fuck! Shit! Stiff! Shit! Stiff! Stiff! Fuck! Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, great. Well, Okay. What did we lose? Handlebars. Ah, okay. All right. Lost a lot here. Yeah, handlebars. Okay, I gotta get up. Oh. Okay, all right. Okay. That's not good. Nope. Not good. Golly. Okay, all right, well. Oh, I fucked my knee up. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Okay, here's the deal. Let me tell you what happened right there. What happened was my handlebars gave out. Is it on the company? No, it's on me. Should I have tightened that up more? Probably. It's pretty tight, going 50, 60 miles per hour. Just be glad that happened in dirt at those speeds. So we got a nasty scratch on the lens there. Yep, I am dirty as shit. I went down. So we're gonna have to bring this back. I'll give you my final thoughts. Make sure I have all the cameras. Right now I have 0 way to tighten those handlebars. So, and I got a long way to go back. We're gonna have to make sure. That's not good. I have no way to tighten those. All right, so. Yep. Shit. Yep. Shit. Ah, fuck. Shit. I don't think I got any signal out here. I went down twice. Here's the deal. I have no idea where I'm at. I could drop a pin. What happened was the handlebars. I can't keep them, I can't even bring it back. So I can't brake. I can't go forward. Here comes a guy in a truck. Let me see if he's got a, it's interesting that there's a guy over here. Let me see if this guy's got one. What's up, brother? Let me ask you something, man. I went down, you got a 5mm or 6mm socket? Not a socket, Allen key?
No, not on me. So I don't have any tools in this truck, really.
Seriously?
Mostly water sample material.
Oh, shit.
Well sites out here.
You have nothing, you don't have a 6mm, you have nothing, no like little socket, Allen, nothing?
I'm trying to think, what's it for? Are you just trying to tighten something?
Yeah, tighten the handlebars, I need a 5mm. I mean, even a big screwdriver I could probably wedge in there and grind the shit out of it. I need something.
I might have freaking...
Like one of them cheap little T-wrenches.
A little set of pliers, but...
Yeah?
I don't know if that's gonna help you.
Yeah, I mean, it's loose. I need something. Really, you have no Allen keys?
Yeah, I don't know, I say there's no way you can get on the head of the boat.
No, because they're in the neck.
Yeah, I apologize. All we got is real specific water stuff.
Okay, that's all good, man. It's all good, don't worry about it.
Yeah, good luck, though.
All right, thanks, brother. All right. Yeah, Bree, so what I could do is I could drop a pin. There's no way I can make it because I can't stop. Every time I stop, the bike's go, the handlebars go forward. I don't know how else I could do this, how I could get it back. Okay, I'm gonna start walking this because I could walk it, but I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Packing up all the tools right now.
I can't even walk this. I can't even move the fucking handlebars. Oh my God, bro. Guess I'll do it from the neck. Yeah, I'll do it from the neck. So the way that I see it is kind of simple. The way that I went down, it's my fault. Is it on Magician? No, it's not. I will say, however, that at 60 miles per hour, I had no problems. You saw that. Did have a bit of an issue with the sound coming from the front rim, but that's not where the problem is. The problem is that neck. Those 4 bolts, I made sure were super tight. Now, keep in mind, I did take this off-road. We did a lot of up and down. You know, we did a lot of things that it's probably not designed to do. But because the bike is so robust, I said, you know what, it can handle all of that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would redo all that over again, regardless of how tight that is. One thing I always do is I always make sure that all the nuts and bolts are tight, especially when I'm gonna take a bike and go 60 miles per hour. But as of right now, this bike is, I wouldn't say it's total, but it's definitely out of commission. It's gonna be a long time before I get to the end of this road. I can tell you that much, especially with this limp. I am literally like 35 miles away from home. So we know that the range is good. All right, let's pause this. I'm pretty damaged. My leg. Where do you see how I go down?
You want to call it a day?
Fuck that. All right, I'm gonna go back home. Okay. Okay. All right, here's the deal. Listen, had Bree come rescue me. You see I'm probably a little scratched up. We got some stuff hanging off the forks there. Yeah, we're a little messed up. But Bree did end up bringing me an impact, and I ground those things down. I don't think you'll ever be able to get this off. Here's the deal. I don't think that's on Magician. My voice is a little messed up from yelling, trying to call out the Bree because I was in the middle of the woods. It's 20-something miles out or something. Here's the deal. I don't think it's on Magician, man. I think it's on me. I should have made sure that was a little bit tighter. I don't know how much more tighter I could have made it, aside from what it was. Like, I thought it was good enough. But the handlebars just gave out on me, man. It's not something from Magician. I think that this is super important. This is not on Magician. This is on me. What happened to me is my fault and my fault solely. I just want to point that out. It's not something that failed on their half. Although the spokes and the brakes aren't fantastic, I cannot stress that enough, man. The bike is good. The bike feels good. It feels stable. Just make sure that if you get this bike, man, you grind those front screws down, because I swear to God, on everything that I know, I've made those things so tight. And the fact that they just gave way, of course I was taking it off-road, so a lot of that is on me. But we shouldn't have that problem. If we have that problem now, we're in a world of, we got a whole nother set of problems. But it should be tight, man. Like, that shouldn't move. Yeah, see all these bumps? I can tell you what, my calf is feeling that. I really messed up my calf. I really messed up my calf pretty bad on that. Like, really bad. I already know what you're gonna ask me in the comments, is what would I recommend, the wired or this? Keep in mind, I already did a review on the wired, but I did it on the 60 volt, not the 72. But I hope his handlebars don't go out. But I did it on the 60, not the 72. Now, I do have the 72 volt coming. I purchased that one as well, but I got the Predator. I didn't get the Scout. So we're gonna try as best as we can to compare the two. But honestly, I feel like this is just a cheaper wired 72 volt version. Yeah, it's got a different controller. It's got a different motor. But I can tell you, all in all, I think that this bike is worth the $2,200. I do. I think it's 100% worth it, man. It's a solid bike. The only recommendation, oh God, my leg, bro. I can't even stand on it. What's up, man? Here we go. I don't know if I even want to test this right here. I think I just want to go by hand, because if those handlebars give out right here, I'm going to break my face or break my neck. So, yeah, we're just being really extra careful now. Yeah, last thing I want to do is hurt myself again. Oh, God. Well, It was definitely a trip, man. It was. I had a lot of fun on this bike. And I already know what you're going to ask me in the comments is, how do I feel of this bike versus wired? See, this is one of the benefits of you going out and doing what I do, where you buy the stuff. You don't have to worry about a company saying, hey, you got to, don't say that. Don't put that in your video. That's not what we want you to say. I just want you to have a real opinion that's unbiased. Even if a company does say stuff, look, they've told me to take videos down. Not Magician, other companies, because they don't like when I say negative things. And those handlebars are starting to move again. They don't like when I say, or maybe that was just my mind. No, that's just my mind. They don't like when I say negative things. So whether it is positive, whether it's negative, I'm gonna let you know, man. And I don't care if I gotta buy the bike, it's $5,000, $6,000. When there's only 2 bikes on the market right now, 2 e-bikes that are 72 volts, yep, I'm gonna buy them, because neither of those companies wanted to send them to me. Why? I don't know. It's not like I don't have the subscribers, so that's not the problem. Either way, I'll buy it and then I'll let you know. So would I recommend you to go out and go buy this bike? Yes, especially if you're comparing it versus the Wired Scout. It's $500 cheaper. It's a matter of which one would you prefer over the other. Both of the bikes are made in China. One customer support is in America. The other one is, I am not sure where it is, but I know that they do respond. They don't respond as quick as what Wired does, but you know, for the price point, it's all Bafang, it's solid, you know that's a good motor. Do I think it's worth $2,200? Absolutely. Considering there are 28 mile per hour, 48 volt bikes that I've reviewed that are $2,300. So yes, I do feel that it's worth it. I would recommend it. And if you're gonna pick it up, to use the link in the description, because I think you get $100 off, and I think I get 5% of that, roughly. And keep in mind, that does not support the channel, that supports me. Supporting this channel is by you leaving a comment down below. You're probably gonna comment something about, man, you should have worn full protective gear going off-road. You're right, but I just am the way that I am. So maybe don't take any of my recommendations. The only thing I wish they would have changed on this would be to put street tires on this, not these knobbies. So one key takeaway that I got from this is that and stopping power. Stopping power works, it's just not super on the dime. We did 24.5 miles at 56%. So roughly 40 miles, as much as I was beating that up in boost mode. And yeah, all in all, I definitely have to put this leg up.